Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Tanya, and in this video, we're talking about FOMO and social media. So, FOMO, fear of missing out. If you didn't already know, FOMO is a real ass thing, and specifically when it comes to social media. Okay, so we've all experienced this. If you've ever had a social media platform, you most likely have experienced fear of missing out, whether you're aware of it or not. And I feel like this is a really important topic. I don't have notes for this. I'm just allowing the downloads to download and for me to be a vessel to share this message, because I know that you or somebody watching this needs to hear this. Sorry about my squeaky chair. Loud. Okay, but fear of missing out is really real, and if you don't bring awareness to your life and your actions, then it's going to play a role in your life, and you may not realize it until down the road. You're like, dang, what did I do with my life? Spent it on social media. So when you're on social media, you're interacting or viewing other people's content, which appears to be their life. And from a viewer's perspective, it appears that this is real, that this is their real life. And wherever you find yourself, maybe in the very moment or in the space that you are in life, then you can naturally begin to compare yourself to what you're observing, right? So maybe you're laying in bed after a really long day of work and you're scrolling and you see someone on vacation. You're like, wow. See, that does something to your mind, and then you start to go on the person's page or think all these thoughts and go into this little rabbit hole within your mind of like, wow, just comparing yourself, right? The energy of comparison. And it can really affect your life, because then you start to scroll some more, and again, social media does this addictive thing to your mind. I mean, the way that all these apps are set up are on purpose. The refresh mode on it, when you pull down the screen, like for Twitter, for example, it's all on purpose, like people behind the scenes work really hard to make these apps really addicting, right? And so it does something to your mind, and if you allow it, it's gonna suck you in. And if you want a way out of the game, if you want a way out, it's gonna be really hard. It's gonna take a lot within you. It's gonna take a deep reason within you to be able to do that. You're gonna have to have a deep why to do it. Like, why should I stop scrolling on here? Why should I do something with my life instead of sitting here scrolling and liking all these people's photos? You're gonna have to have a reason as to why. Now, if you've ever hit rock bottom in life, shout out to you, because you're alive. When you hit rock bottom in life, whatever that looks like to you, it's actually a really beautiful moment, because it's an opportunity for you to pause, to be with yourself, to evaluate your situation, and to choose. Because if you still have life, then you have plenty of options, an opportunity to shift out of the position that you are in. If you are or have experienced a very low moment in life, I'm telling you, like, if you allow it, it's going to push you through, and it's going to take you to a next level. Like, I'm telling you, when I experienced rock bottom, okay, with my partner, we grew through those experiences together. And one of the biggest things that helped me is to really step back and give myself a reality check and be like, what is real, what is realistic, what is going on in my life, not on social media life? Like, what is actually happening? What am I actually doing? Is this actually productive? Where am I actually heading with my actions. What I came to realize is that I was spending a lot of time living a life on social media that didn't necessarily correlate with my real life on this 3D realm, okay? I had to be real with myself, and a lot of people don't do this. They just continue to live a lie. And when I did that, I realized I had to take a step back from social media. So I still have my platforms, and I've been so tempted to delete them, but the reason why I have not actually is because I'm actually launching a business very soon, and I will be intentionally using my platforms to connect and to grow my business. Okay. When I stopped posting on social media, I made the intention to work on myself, and I made the intention to work on myself, okay? And taking that step back, not being on these apps, not watching people's stories or their posts. I had no idea what people were doing with their life. And it felt so good. It felt so amazing, because it's like, wow, you have nothing to compare your life to. So you don't experience FOMO, at least not in that aspect, and it's truly amazing. So FOMO is a real thing, and if you ever catch yourself feeling some type of way when you're on these apps and you're like, I wish I was doing that, or dang, this person's having a child or they're getting married, and it makes you feel like some type of way, then you should protect your energy. It's really important to protect your energy, because you may not realize in that moment that it's affecting you, but like low key in the back of your head, it's doing something to you. So my message is like, focus on yourself and take the necessary actions to realign yourself, okay? There's plenty of things that you can do. You can clean up your feed. You can unfollow everybody and anybody who does not inspire you or bring anything to your feed with intention. You can, this is a major one that helped me. You can set a timer, what's it called? You can set a time limit on your phone for apps. Like for me, I have a 10-minute limit on Instagram, and if I'm past 10 minutes, it'll say, hey, your limit is up, you gotta stop, and you really gotta hold yourself to that. And then you can also just find a deeper meaning to why you're doing what you're doing, because if you allow yourself to get really consumed in these apps and continue to compare yourself, you gotta think about your future and down the road. Like, are you always going to be coming home from work and spending your time watching other people live on their stories or scrolling? And you may not think that you're wasting time, but that time really adds up. If you put a time limit on your phone for apps, you're going to realize how much time you actually spend on these apps. It's absurd. Okay, so fear of missing out is a real thing. Don't let it affect your life. I gotta remind you that social media is not real. It's not what it appears to be. Somebody will have a whole photo shoot just for one photo, or plan one whole trip just to show off a picture, whatever the case, or take nice pictures simply to promote their business. And so you really got to protect your energy and know what you're giving your energy to. Otherwise, you're gonna feel like something's taking your energy. You're gonna feel low energy, emphasis on your energy, and you may not even know where it's coming from, and it's because you're giving your energy unconsciously to other people, right? And so the whole somebody liking your photo or views on your story, whatever that gives to you, doesn't add value to your life. Somebody liking your photo does not add value to your life, and if it does, that's sad. You can totally live a complete, abundant, happy, fulfilled life off of social media, or if you decide to take a break. I'm telling you, you don't really need it unless you're doing business and you're intentionally using it for that reason. Remember that your real life is this life, the one that is happening right now. And in order to really progress and expand yourself and your experience here on earth requires a lot of presence. It requires a lot of presence and intention, and we can't always do that when we are giving our energy to these platforms unconsciously and living in that FOMO kind of space, you know what I mean? So learn to mind your own business and just live your life however you desire. Don't fall into that rabbit hole of comparison and feeling the need that you have to be on there supporting all these online friends, because you don't know them, they don't know you, you know what I mean? So just live your life, okay? I'm grateful that you are here. If you'd like to connect, make sure to subscribe to watch more videos.